back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a beginner tutorial on how to do your makeup. Now, before you can do your makeup, you should start out with prepping your face first. And you should cleanse first, of course, always cleanse first. Use a toner, then go in with a serum. And, well, you don't have to do eye cream, but if you don't want creasing under your eyes, depending on what concealer you use, you might want to use a eye cream first. And we're gonna get right into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, push the post notification bell to be alerted for my videos, and let me know down in the comment section what other makeup tutorials you want me to do. To start off, I'm going to do like a kind of natural look. So I'm going to be using this foundation today. You don't have to use the same foundation. You can use any one that you want. And it doesn't, if you want to do a full glam, you can do that, soft glam, whatever. This is just like a how-to on steps to doing your makeup. Because some people are always saying how their makeup is like tearing apart by their nose, or it's just not looking right. And that can be all in how you prep your makeup, well, you prep your face, not your makeup. So I'm going to go in with Snail Mucin, which is a really good serum for under your makeup. And I'm not going outside today. I'm just doing this for the video, so I'm not going to use any of my sunscreen. But the one that I use, I don't know the name of it, but it's like in a, I'm going to see if I can put a picture of it in the video and let you know, because I literally don't know the name, and it's a Korean brand, as well as this. And we're going to take some eye cream, put it right under the eye. I just like to place it there, and then I know some people, they say that you can warm it up on your hands, like some products, and then place it on your face. Okay, so before you do makeup, you always want to have a moisturized base to start with. So you don't have to do primer. I might not, because usually when I'm doing like kind of a natural look, I won't do primer, but this is the primer that I use. I highly recommend it. It's very affordable and it works well. You don't, like, that's another thing, you don't have to always use high-end products. Like, you can use drugstore as well. There are some products I think that you might want to use that are high-end for certain stuff, like powders and maybe foundation, but anything else you can use affordable. If you do have dark marks that you don't want shown, and maybe your foundation's kind of a natural foundation or like a serum foundation, you can take mine looks messy because it's been used for a while, but you can take a color corrector in the shade orange to go around like dark sparks, like mine are right here. And I saw some people talking about the dark spots around their mouth. I don't have any, but I do have some on the side of my face from old acne scars. Okay, so I'm going to go in and just do my eyebrows first. That's something I like to do before my foundation, just so I can get it out the way, and because you just want to start from your eyes first, especially if you're going to do any eyeshadow. I'm going to take my e.l.f. eyebrow pencil in shade, I don't know what shade this is. It's kind of like a light brown. It's not the dark one. That's another thing. You want to make sure you don't get a completely black eyebrow pencil, especially if you do have black hair. Like, just don't like go too heavy with it. I mean, you can if you want to, but this is like beginner tutorial, so I don't know. I'm still kind of learning that myself with the eyebrow, like the colors on which one to use, but I do know when I used black, I don't have jet black hair. I have kind of a brownish color hair. So usually I'll take like something that's not like a little bit lighter than ebony. And you definitely don't want to go too harsh on your eyebrows when you're drawing them on. You want to start kind of light. And I usually start right here at the ends. It's a little bit more easier, and just work my way all the way to the front. And wherever is kind of sparse, I just kind of fill it in, and then I'll brush them out. And I'll usually go in after that with an eyebrow gel. You don't have to do this. This is just something I do all the time. I use the NYX tinted one only because that's the only one that I have, and I actually used to use that first, and I just started drawing on my eyebrows, mainly because I really didn't like drawing on my eyebrows. I feel like it just doesn't match me that well, but if I do it kind of naturally, it does. It looks really good. My makeup is kind of not organized that well. Finally found it after like a year. So this is the one I used to use right here, the Kosas. I got this on my birthday. It was like a little kit you can buy when they give out like gifts at the makeup stores. but this is the one that I currently use. I'll just usually go over this and make sure they stay down or in place, my eyebrows. But like I said, it really just depends, I think, on your hair color, your brows. Like, see, like this is very natural, very fluffy. Like I said, you don't have to do it this way. If you want bold brows, you want to draw them on, that's fine with like a pomade. Or if you just want to draw them on or use a glue or you can do the soap brow if you want. That's what a lot of people do. So I will usually, after this, make sure that's okay. Now if you do use this foundation tier 2, like I said, you don't have to use this brand if you don't want to. This is just what I'm using. Okay, I know it looks wild right now, but I'm gonna go in with a brush to kind of blend. Okay, the reason I'm going in with my foundation first, because I know I said when you're doing eyes, and I am gonna do eyeshadow, but I'm not doing a super dramatic look. So I'm just going to go in with just one color and then maybe some glitter on top. But for right now, I'm just going to finish my base off. So I like to go in after doing my foundation with concealer. This is ABH concealer in shade 14. And if any of you have seen Uche Notori's makeup looks, you will know that a lot of the UK girlies do a bright conceal. So, well, really not just them. A lot of people do the bright concealer, but they do like a very bright under eye. And something that I took away from her makeup videos is that she does not move her concealer around too much. Where she placed it is where she will blend it. Also, the reason I haven't done any of the color correct on my eyes is because this concealer color corrects already, so I don't really have to. So I blended in with the brush, me personally, and then I'll take this, a beauty blender, and go in and just blend. Another thing, always make sure that everything is blended. And see, it color corrected. Okay, and after that, this is optional. If you want to, you can go in and do pressed powder. Oh wait, I skipped a step. Almost. You don't have to contour if you don't want to, but these are some of the contouring spots I like to contour for my face shape, especially since I have kind of a round face, so I kind of want that snatch look. This is e.l.f. contour shade, the Beauty Wand, medium tan. And I saw some people that were Korean, they talked about how they contour their nose, like the button nose. Instead of doing like up the bridge of their nose, they said it actually is better to just go ahead and do it on the tip of your nose. That's what gives you the button nose effect. Because when you go long ways and try to contour, it actually elongates your nose even more. So this gives you that small nose effect. If you want a small nose effect, that's up to you. Where is my contour brush? This is the contour brush I use by e.l.f. It's really good. And you want to kind of do a tapping motion and blend it out. I just realized I probably should explain how to do some steps. So yeah, you want to kind of tap it into the skin. And after this, I usually like to do blush. And I take the Rare Beauty blush. I forgot what shade this is. I do like 3 because I love blush. That's probably my favorite part of makeup is blush. And then blend it out. And the more that you blend it out towards like up, you will get that like snatched effect. Okay. So once that's all blended out, then you want to go and take your pressed powder. Like I said, you don't have to do a pressed powder. It's completely optional, but that's just what I like to do. It was one of the steps of Uche Notori's makeup routine that she did. And I like to do my eyelids too, just to kind of set it. And I'll do like just the parts of my face that is the most oily. I have very oily combination skin, so I like to hit all of the points, like my chin, T-zones, and my forehead. Like I said, the reason I didn't use a primer, because I know primer can get rid of oil, is because it's kind of a natural look. Like, this is kind of a natural soft glam. And I'm going to take my powder, Huda Beauty powder. Like I said, the only product I think that you should, like, if you don't have to buy expensive products, because there's another dupe for this that I could give, the Juvia's Place, the new, how's this stuck in there? The Juvia's Place powder is actually pretty good, in my opinion. I think it looks really good on the face, on the skin, or it's a black owned brand. It's called It was actually inspired by Huda Beauty, but I won't talk about that because why is this stuck in the box? Because it's not on right. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I like to get the powder out like this, and then since we're doing kind of a natural look, just do a little bit, a little more. Okay, you want to go in with your powder puff. Since we're doing natural, tap a little bit on this, and then you want to tap the excess on your hand, and voila. I'm gonna pick up the rest for the other eye, and this is so it doesn't give you that cakey look. And on this powder, you can bake for like 3 to 5 minutes. Usually I don't bake all the time. Sometimes I usually just take a brush and just get all the excess powder off, or just kind of blend it into the skin. Okay, and then to warm the face up, because I'm looking a little light, I will usually take my bronzer, and I take a brush that's actually a contour brush, but it's very fluffy, and I will do like this because this one's very pigmented, and just kind of tap it into the skin. You don't want to rub, you will tap, because if you rub it, you're gonna have like a mark on your face, and it's gonna be kind of like I don't even know how to explain, like literally like a sliding mark where it shows. I looked at some pictures of my old makeup, and that's kind of how it would look. And I will do some on the bottom of my face. Okay. Like I said, it's mainly because the powder is very light. This is the shade Blondie, by the way. If any of you do want to buy the Huda Beauty powder, you can, but you don't have to. And another pressed powder you can use instead of Maybelline, that's the one I was using earlier, Maybelline Fit Me. You can use this, you can use the new e.l.f. powder, which actually I really want to use that one. It's the new pressed powder they just dropped this year. Do my eyes. Before I do my eyes, one trick I like to do, instead of just going ahead and doing my mascara, like all my eye stuff, because I do use a lot of not a lot, I use a liner, a pencil liner, and I will go in with mascara. And so it doesn't bleed out on my face, I will do this first, my setting spray. You don't have to use the setting spray, however, I just bought it and I think it's pretty good. It's the new Tier one. Well, I don't even know if it's new, but it's supposed to be transfer proof and gives like a blurring effect. But yeah, I will do this first before doing my eye makeup. Also, you don't have to be heavy-handed with setting spray. I kind of am sometimes because I feel like I can't feel it on my face, but I don't know. Okay, now that we've done that, let that dry down, I'm going to take my e.l.f. eyeshadow. Like I said, e.l.f. and Essence and a lot of these drugstore makeup, Milani, they're very affordable. LA Girl, like all of those are very affordable makeup brands that I highly recommend. Like you don't have to buy high end for everything. Okay, so with your eyeshadow, you want to tap off the excess, and I'm doing kind of a look where it's going to be dark right here and then light in the corners, and then I'm going to go over it with glitter. So I'm going to get a little closer to the camera. I kind of just want to go like right around here and then draw right here. And a trick so you don't go too far up for hooded eyes, you open your eye, you can place it on the lid like right here, and don't go above that lid like the line. You just place it and then blend it. That's if you want to just do like the, I guess you would call it the base color. Eyeshadow is not really something like my strong suit, but it's something I'm getting like more used to, I would say. And like I said, you just kind of want to do it like right here. Place it like right there. And you want to use a fluffy brush. And when you're placing it, you want to use kind of a flatter brush like this. And brushes, I got mine off of Temu and I think Amazon. You don't have to buy expensive brushes. Like people on TikTok and people that have a lot of followers, they might tell you to get all these other products that you really don't need. Like a lot of them really just do reviews just to review the makeup, so when someone does want to buy them, you know what it looks like, which shade it looks like, or how it will feel on the skin. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and kind of tap it, the lighter shade. I didn't want to do a cut crease because I don't want to do anything too advanced, because like I said, this is a beginner makeup tutorial. For anyone that doesn't understand the steps, how to layer your makeup, how to layer your skincare. Like I said, skincare is very important before doing makeup, especially if you're acne prone like myself. I like to make sure that my face is moisturized, that it's clean before I put on any makeup. And then you can put on the glitter shades with your finger, just blend it out. This is kind of my makeup routine, like whenever I'm having a day where I need to get out the house and I can't take too long. And like I said, a lot of the steps that I'm doing, some of them you can incorporate into your makeup routine. You don't have to incorporate everything. Some stuff I'm doing is because like this, I don't have long lashes. Well, I have long lashes, but they go kind of like down. Like they're not as fluffy. They're kinda, but not a lot. Usually I just do it one time and curl my lashes just to get them up, and then I'll do a LA Girl Lash Fiber mascara. And I'm not gonna do a eyeliner like how I normally would. I'm gonna show you a trick, because since you guys are new to makeup, any of you are new to makeup, I'm gonna do something like very simple, very easy. So you wanna take your eyeliner pencil, it can be in any color you want. If you want a more natural look, you can do like a brown color. If you want a more bold look, you can do like a really dark and black look. You can even use eyeshadow. You want to place it kind of right here in the corner of your eyes. Okay, I'm trying to see if you can see me. Like that, just place it. Okay. Then you want to take this brush, that's an angle brush. I got this from e.l.f. and it's the one with a spoolie. You want to take it and kind of blend it out, and it gives you that eyeliner effect. You can even brush it with your hand, however you want, and you can keep going in, making it darker. Okay. And then you can go and do the other eye, and it kind of gives that very natural eyeliner look. So it's not super complicated, because when I first started drawing on my eyeliner, I think I had something that was like it looked like this, but it was much bigger, and I didn't know when I bought it initially, so I didn't think it would matter. But if you want to do like a more precise eyeliner look, you definitely want something very small, like a small precise pen. But yeah, and you can go simple with like the e.l.f. lip oils, which is actually what I have on right now, and I'm gonna add this to it. It's also a Korean brand I bought at the Mart. I'll add this just to give it more of a red look, because these are very hydrating, but the red is not as prominent as I want it to be. And this is the finished look. Very natural and just soft glam. Not too much, not doing the most, which if you do want to do a very like bold and kind of a more, I guess, like baddie makeup look, you can. But this is just more of a soft glam, that more intro to like beginners. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, push the post notification bell to be alerted for more videos. Let me know down in the comment section what other videos you want me to do, like more makeup videos or tutorials.